Hi, John. How's it going?
Good, brother. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for taking your time today. I just want to ask, how's everything going at Syndicate MMA?
It's going great, man. On a real good run right now. I mean, all things granted that the world is a funny place at the moment, but team's doing good. The gym's doing good. Fortunately, the UFC is keeping MMA in the forefront, and people still love to do the sport. So it's uh, it's been actually pretty decent for us lately.
Awesome. And I heard that you're cornering Sasha tomorrow. How has fight camp been for him?
Very good. We had a fight, I don't know, maybe about 8 weeks ago. So he's been staying in shape, and he's already something that we kind of um, intended always on happening. So he's been ready, staying ready. So it's been good, man. All my guys pretty much train all the time. After a fight, they'll take a week off, maybe, or if they're injured, they'll take the time off.
Mhm. And what does your schedule look like for tomorrow? Like, what does it usually look like for a normal fight day in the UFC?
So it's not really normal fight days don't exist anymore. Like we just
That's true.
got
That's true.
we got back. The whole team had to go down, and you get tested. You get your COVID test. I think we get him like 2 or 3 or 4 times throughout the process of his fight camp as the week approaches. But like tonight, we get tested, then we're quarantined, and we're stuck in the room for the evening until we get our test results in the morning. So basically, we order some food, we hang out, watch TV, whatever, BS with each other, and we might go get a little workout in later tonight. But it's pretty. I don't know. I guess it's just chill. We just don't really get to do much. But so fight weeks are a little different. Most of the time, we're just confined to the fighter hotel now.
Yeah, and the UFC only has two options for venues: Fire Island or the UFC Apex. Which one do you prefer? Going to the Apex in your backyard, or taking a vacation to Fire Island?
So Fight Island's pretty cool. It's actually I do like going away, other than the 20-hour flight, which is terrible. But they did put
Yeah.
up on the charter flight. We are lucky enough to get business class, so you can actually, it's not that bad. You can lay down, you can sleep. They take care of you really good. You get a real good meal on the plane, so it's not like you're stuck in coach for 20 hours on this go. Um, when you're over there, you're in a great hotel on Yaz Island, and same thing there. We're quarantined to that hotel, but over there you got like 5, 6 different, 5-star restaurants that you can go to and eat, and the UFC takes care of everything for you, and you got a great gym and stuff like that. So the amenities over there are a little bit nicer, and it is nice to get away, and it actually does feel like a kind of a fight week when you're traveling and going. Um, the travel's terrible, the opposite of the world. Everything at home is flip-flopped. When it's 1 p.m. here, it's 2 a.m. there. So trying to communicate with your family and team and things is a little bit difficult, and the jet lag is pretty nasty. Here, I I do love being home, and I've got my fiance Jojo Calderwood, and I got a 5-year-old son. So anytime I can be home and make sure that I'm around them, that's the best thing for me. So they both have their ups and downs.
Hmm.
Um, like I've got to run in January, and I think I've got to go to fight. I think I've got to go over there for 4 weeks straight. So I'll just stay there for almost a month. I'm not really looking forward to that, but it means I'm busy and the fighters are getting fights, so that's great.
Yeah, and talking about JoJo, I interviewed her before her last fight, and then you popped up in the background. So like and looking at your like stories and stuff like that, you always scare her. What's the best scare that you've done on JoJo so far?
Uh, so I'm actually gonna work on it tonight. I've got a new scaring JoJo out. One of the better ones is gonna be in the finale of this one. It's I try to work for like a month or two at putting them together to scare the shit out of her through the month. Get little ones and then build up for a big one. And I got a really good one. Uh, Manager, actually, Danny Rubenstein, helped me get on this one, so it's a dual threat. It's pretty good. So in the next few days, maybe even tonight, I might pop the new episode of Scaring JoJo out there. So look forward.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. I think Sasha's in here. Do you have a message to send to him?
Sasha,
Yeah, I believe he's in here. Or I think I saw his name.
yeah, go get me coffee. Tired.
And
Been up at 4 a.m.
yeah, and like we're on the eve of what would have been JoJo's title shots. Like, and talking to her too before the fight, she said win or lose, she's gonna get into title contention pretty quickly. How many fights do you think she needs to rack up to get back into title contention?
Um, honestly, do an STD scare. That's funny. Uh, uh, um, I'll try that, but she'll probably beat the shit out of me if I do that. Um, I think she goes out there, and I think she's gonna have a great performance. That last performance was it was screwed from the start. In retrospect, hindsight, we shouldn't have done it, but it was just one of those things. She would have gone crazy, wait until now. And I did think about that obviously today, and I'm sure she's thinking about it too. But I really think we're one good win. I think she beats and then I think we're right there, depending on how these other things shake out. There's a lot of fights. You got Calvillo and Chikugan on this card, or Chikagian, however you say it, fighting on this card, and they're right up there. And so JoJo, with I think puts her right back up. So I say one, maybe two tops, two good wins, and we're there for sure. But we might be right up there after this one.
Yeah, and I truthfully believe that flyweight's the most stacked division right now. It's kind of a Shark Tank with Andrade coming up from strawweight. Then you have Lauren Murphy and Cynthia Calvillo, who I think JoJo beat, honestly. But who do you think gets the next title shots after this matchup coming up tomorrow?
Well, so you got Andrade in the mix, who's a former champion, came in and beat Caitlin, who has been a consistent top contender, number one, handily beat her like nobody has.
Hmm.
So that puts her right in the mix. So you might be looking at if Cynthia wins, you might be looking at those two fighting to get, a title shot, Andrade and her. If Caitlin wins, they might just give it straight to Andrade. You've got, like I said, you got JoJo in the mix, and then those girls. So it did all of a sudden become a jammed up division there at the top.
Hmm. And I definitely think that JoJo can easily get a title shot, and especially like when like when Frankie Edgar was gonna get the title shot, but he took the
Yeah.
fight against Ortega. I believe he got it the next fight out, or I believe he got one win and then he got the title shot. So maybe this is the case now. Who do you have winning tomorrow's co-main event between Shevchenko and Maya?
You got to go with Shevchenko. You can't bet against
Hmm.
her until somebody proves her wrong. She's so good in all facets, and I think Maya's a great fighter. I think she has a chance. I think everybody MMA. That's the great thing about any fight in MMA. Every fighter is in it. There's no one punch, one kick, one something can change the whole format of a fight. So, but I don't see Maya being able to pull that off. So I would handily go with Shevchenko on that one.
Hmm. And I saw that the Fight Game series released a new episode on your life and your gym. How was it like shooting film with them?
It was cool, man. I always I take advantage of anybody who wants to do these type of things and stuff. I always try to. I'm so blessed and happy and fortunate to be where it's kind of cliche, but I came up as a fan of the sport since the
Hmm.
first UFC. So it still amazes me to this day that people want to do interviews or film something with me. We were filming this morning with ESPN for Jordan Levitt. They're doing a special on him, and it's always very humbling for me. I'm always fortunate just to be in the position I am. So working with anybody in the Fight Game series was awesome. They did our whole gym, all our coaches, John Gunderson and Mike Pyle, and a bunch of the other fighters at our gym. So I love doing those things, man. Anything I can do that's, supporting the sport or helping other people out is great.
For sure. And I appreciate the time as always. And like with the lockdowns maybe coming back, are you kind of scared for Syndicate MMA, like where you might have to have training in secret again, or like stuff like that? Like, are you kind of fearful for the future, like with lockdowns and stuff?
Yeah, everything is so up in the air right now. It was terrible when we went through it first, but fortunately, unfortunately, most of my team has already had, almost everybody's had the Rona already, so we're not too frightened there. But as a business owner on the business side of it, it is a scary, scary thing. You close down the business, close down the gym for 2 or 3 months. Fortunately, like I said earlier, people just seem to love MMA and want to do it. So when we reopened, we had a great feedback from people. Everybody came in. It was packed. It was probably actually the busiest. I think the gym has been the busiest it's been since we reopened in the history of. I've had it for 16 years now,
Wow.
going this, and it's been the best few months we've had. We also did move to a new location, so I think a better location and some things, but it's always scary faced with the thought of having to shut your business down. And then, with the team, we'll find a way. With the team, if we have to do private training or we do it in my backyard, whatever, we'll make it happen. But yeah, it's a crazy time, man. It really is a crazy time right now.
And I'm gonna ask a general question now, but what's the best thing about being an MMA coach? Like now especially.
Um, I mean, there's so many good things, man. Like, genuinely, I'm one of those very few people in the world that this isn't a job to me. I love this. I absolutely eat, sleep, and breathe. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with. I love my team. They're not a team, it's just my family. This is my extended family. So
Hmm.
essentially, and we have a little different vibe from, for Syndicate. It really is a team family environment. So there's really not anybody on our team in our gym that I don't like spending time with, and if you did, you probably wouldn't work out there. We're all very like-minded. It's all, a lot of our fighters that are coming up and getting the UFC are grassroots guys and people that I've had since they were kids, um, so just spending time with the people that I get to spend time with, and as a coach, just helping people, watching people achieve and grow. I always knew I had a little bit of a fight career, and it just wasn't in the cards for me to do that. I always knew that I wanted to coach and be in the position that I'm in, and it's crazy to be there. It's still like shocking to me to be coaching and be part of the UFC and have such a great team and group of guys, and they're all successful. But just watching the team grow and being part of that, helping people succeed in life, and trying to help them better themselves, and it helps me better myself, and just
Hmm.
striving constantly to be to be better as a team. And it's just like I said, it's awesome just to be around a bunch of people that I truly enjoy being around. So
Hmm. And
never
like, oh, go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say it's never worked for me. It's even my worst day is still great. So
Hmm. And like in an alternate universe where you weren't an MMA coach, or like in the MMA community, um, like away from the sport, like what job or career would you be pursuing right now if
uh,
you weren't
I'd,
doing MMA?
I'd be a rock star all day. I wanted to started playing guitar when I was like 12 years old, and I was in bands in high school and a bunch of punk rock bands and metal things, metal bands and stuff. And I love music. Music is my second love. So I love playing instruments. I play the piano now and guitar, and whatever you give it to me, I'll learn how to play it. But I would for sure want to be a rock star.
Yeah. I mean, like Syndicate sounds like a rock band, honestly. Yeah, but how did you get that name for your gym?
Honestly, I don't exactly remember. I just remember somebody where I was having a meeting with somebody at some point in time years and years ago. And, said I've had the gym for 16, almost 17 years, since 2004. It started as the Las Vegas Combat Club back in the day. Frank Mir and me and him came from the Combat Club with Ricardo Perez and Sergio Pena and those guys. And I partnered with my jiu-jitsu coach at the time and opened up a gym and started this combat club. And then basically whatever company would give me money to put the name on the building and whatever. So we went from Zion's Training Center to Warrior Training Center to Throwdown Training Center. And then after that, I just kind of wanted to do my own name. And I think I'd seen it through someone. Throwdown was saying something with Syndicate or whatever. And
Mhm.
I thought it was a pretty rad name. And then the meaning of it is such an awesome, a group, any group of collection of people, with the one idea, trying to compete, complete the same task. And it just made sense. And it just sounds badass. Sounds kind of like, you ever hear Syndicate, everybody thinks of, organized crime or whatever. So kind of
Yeah,
we rolled with it and it's been great.
yeah. And somebody's asking on here, what's your favorite band?
Oh, Slayer all day.
Slayer. Nice. I think that's all the questions I have. I just want to thank you for the time today, and thank you for being the rock star that you are in Syndicate MMA.
Anytime, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Is there anything that you want to say to the people out there watching?
Yeah, just make sure you check out my boy Sasha tomorrow. Is the first Sasha Palatnovic. I think he's a Russian, Hong Kong, Scottish white boy that's fighting on the first fight tomorrow in the UFC. He's going to come out. Took it on 2 weeks' notice, and he's going to come out and shock some people tomorrow. Should be a great fight.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, and thank you again for the time.
Anytime.